All right, we're back with Trev again this week. We're going to look at what's the Zipping Classic. What was the old Sandown meeting during the Spring Carnival? It's now back a couple of weeks in at Caulfield. How you going, Trev?
Good, Mark.
Usually a pretty good meeting, this.
Yeah, traditionally it's been a terrific meeting in the past. Yeah, when it was sort of held at Sandown, and then last year with COVID, they pushed it back sort of 3 weeks, and they've kept it there this week.
Yep. Yeah, some pretty decent races. So a couple of Group 2s, Zipping Classic and the Sandown Guineas, and a couple of Group 3s and listed races. So we might have a look at the quaddie legs. So starting with race 6 at 20 to 4 is the Eclipse. Just looking at TopSport's market. So Grand Slam is $3.80 favourite from Sierra Leone, Miss at $5.50, Keats at $6, French Emperor at $6.50. Flash Feeling also at $8. So a few in the market here. What did you think of it?
I thought it was an open race. I got Grand Slam a bit longer than the market.
Yep.
Ran okay first up. It's sort of best runs were on pace in sort of 2000. Just looking through its form, I just thought possibly its best runs are third up. So might want one more run.
Yep.
So I've sort of got it. I was happy to bet around it at the odds.
Okay.
I've got Keats favourite, but around what price it is, I'm pretty wide this race.
Yeah.
It's been racing well, racing on the pace. The only thing would be is I think most of its best runs when it gets left alone would be if there's any pressure in the race. Sierra Leone Miss is going well. It's got a good chance. And French Emperor's going well too. It's been a good horse for us.
Yeah, that's been.
We've been on it the last few times, so I thought it was...
It's won three in a row.
Three in a row, I think.
Yeah.
And we've been on the last 2 at decent odds. It's going well. They've sort of, got it, sort of $8-9 chance. And Flash Feeling was okay the other day, but I'd sort of want sort of decent odds to back it.
Yeah, fair enough. So race 7 is the feature, the Zipping Classic. So it's over the 2400. Without a Fight was favourite, but we're Thursday afternoon here. It was just scratched a bit earlier. Apparently been scanned and came up no good. So it's out, which has left Vow and Declare as $3.80 favourite from Luncy's at $4.20. Persan at $6, Desert Icon at $6, Sound at $8.50, Cucaracha at $8.50. I'm not sure the market has much of a clue here.
No.
Have you?
No, the same. I've got no idea. It wouldn't surprise me any horse won.
Yeah, right.
And not very.
So there's nine runners in it.
And I'm $20 the outsider.
Yeah,
so,
well, Chaparda's the outsider here is 21. So
I've got it 16 or something. So
yeah,
the problem with the race is that it's for the majority of the horses an afterthought, and now it's sort of traditionally.
Well, as I said, it's not only that; it's now 2 weeks later.
Yeah,
isn't it?
That's the other thing. So it's later again. So Vow and Declare's running the Caulfield Cup and then the Melbourne Cup. He hasn't won, since he won the Cup, I think. So Sound's won this race, I think, the last 2 years, and he's going all right, but he's going to get back, and he's 10 years old. Persan sort of in and out. Its best would be a terrific chance, but it's sort of a bit in and out. Chaparda just finds it hard to win. Cucaracha's going okay, but it's way up in class. Great House, its form's been inconsistent, but if it doesn't have to run to its best to be competitive. Desert Icon's been up since I was at school, and it's if it runs anywhere near its best, it's probably got a good chance because it'll be sort of race on the piece.
Yeah.
And Luncy's is ran well last start, so it's not a race on.
But even those two, you said Desert Icon and Luncy's are going all right, but $6 and $4.20, so there's no.
Yeah, no. So I'm basically got, by default I got Vow now because I had the horse that came out favourite.
Yeah.
By default, I've got Bound Declare like $5 favourite. So, it's not a race that I'll be spending any money in.
Proper shit race by the sense of it.
Yeah.
No, it's
Sad. It's worth 750,000. So.
Yeah, and we were saying too, a lot of these like how long have they been up for now? Like, it's good.
So
probably a good couple of months.
Desert Icon had his first run this prep on the 6th of August.
Yeah, right. So what's that? 14 weeks.
Yeah, and he's had 2 runs. He won on the 20. He ran. I think that was grand final eve.
Yep.
The 23rd.
Yep.
Yeah, so he ran grand final eve.
Yep.
The JRE Cup, and he's had 2 runs since then.
Yeah, right.
So, and he's sort of 35, but he must, a good trainer and a good jockey and not a race on the pace. But it's a lot of guesswork in the race.
I was going to say you can look for the good trainers because they'll have their horses up for it. But O'Brien, Lees, Marr, Waller, they're all pretty reasonable trainers.
Yeah, there's no bad trainers. It's not in this race.
All right, sounds like we move on to race 8, which is the Sandown Guineas. Even though, as we said, it is at Caulfield, over the 1600. So, See You in Heaven, $3.40 favourite from the Fortune Teller, $4.40. Then out to Holy Man's at $9.50 and Shuriken at $11. What do you think of See You in Heaven?
I like it. I thought it was terrific the other day. And I've got the race rating quite well. Had no luck. Hit the line hard. It's drawn out wide, but it has shown pace early in its career, and Williams doesn't tend to die wondering, so I think he'll go forward. There's good speed in the race with sort of atmosphere and some others going forward, so I think he can come across, and I think it's the horse to beat. I thought it was reasonable odds.
Yeah, so you get $3.40 about that at the moment. And then, the Fortune Teller, $4.40.
Yeah, it's going good. Ran on well from well back last start. Drawn a bit better here. I've got its sort of second pick, but a bit longer in the market. And then I've got sort of Holy Man's around what price the market is. It's been going good as well. It's drawn well. It's a good run on the maps and barrier 4.
See You in Heaven, the way to go.
Well, I think it's, I'm happy. So it was a favourite I was happy to back.
No worries. And the last of the day is the Summon Stakes over 1600 at 20-6. Number 8, Roots, is the favourite, $3.20 from My Whisper at $5.50. Torregine also $5.50, and then we're out to Mac and Cheese at $10 and Belplaisir at $12. So the market seems to think sort of the top 3 in this. Where do you have them?
So I've got the top 2 the same price, same way. I've got Roots favourite, but just a bit longer than the market, because my market's to 100%. Well, this market's to 100% now.
Yep.
Then I'll sort of I'll screw it down for a betting market. But in my 100% market, I got it 350. So I've got it favourite from My Whisper at sort of $7. And then I've sort of got Sir Lemire, I've got sort of around $11, and then I've got sort of Belplaisir, Paul's Regret, and Mac and Cheese and Torregine all the same odds. So I've got Torregine much longer than the market.
Okay.
I would have thought it had to go, it had to step again, and I'm not sure it can.
Yeah, it's fair unders, but I think it's...
Yeah, and then there's a race where you got a lot of, there's a lot of horses that have got sort of, 30, 40, 50 to 1 chances in the race. So there's a bit of sort of horses taking up a little bit of percentage.
Bit of fat in it.
Typical sort of mares race.
Fair enough. So we're back to Caulfield now after, what is it, 4 weeks? 5 weeks.
Might be 5 or 6,
So what have they done? Where's the rail?
So the rail's gone out. So the rail was 6 for Caulfield Cup Day.
Yep.
And now it's back to 2. So I'm not sure why I just didn't go. I'll walk the track tomorrow and have a look, and I'll talk to the track manager tomorrow. But it's just because they're not going to race for 7 months or something like that. I think they don't race till middle of June after this meeting. So I'm not sure why they just didn't leave it in true unless they've done some sort of renovation. But at 2 metres, there won't be any. I doubt there'll be any sort of bias at all in it.
Yeah.
Track races pretty well there, and we've got. I think there's a chance of thunderstorms, but they're saying sort of Saturday night. So hopefully there's no rain, and hopefully we don't get a bit of a debacle like we did last week at Ballarat when they say it's not going to rain till 6:30 and starts pouring at 12 o'clock. So.
Well, it sounds like the sun might be out on Saturday.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a nice day, and then I think then it's back to
not before time.
No, and then I think next week's back to 18s again.
So we're a week out from December, and I think most people had their heaters on this week.
Yeah, I think we've had in November. We haven't put the air conditioning on at all, and we've had the heater on, heating on. So yeah, it's funny old.
Good stuff. Place. So. This is the nominal end of the spring carnival. So what's next week?
Next week's Pakenham.
Pakenham, okay.
So it hasn't been too bad a day for us in the past.
Yep.
So it's the last, and then after that it'll just go back to normal Saturdays.
Yeah.
And then I think pretty sure so there's no Moonee Valley Friday night this week.
Yep.
But then pretty much I think it's every Friday night in December.
Okay.
Yeah, it might be except for the one just before Christmas.
Yeah. All right.
But and then traditionally they have sort of January off and they race at Cranbourne. So
yeah.
And then the Pakenham Thursday nights will start up. So.
No worries. All right. Thanks for that. We'll have a look on Saturday and then we'll have a chat next week.
Great. Thanks, Mark.